Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am here to show you my foundation routine. This is my summer foundation routine for full coverage makeup when I am doing tutorials, when I'm going out for special occasions. This is the foundation routine that I have. This is not the full face, meaning contour highlight. My face is pretty flat and dull due to the fact that foundation tends to do that. It makes your face one shade when we all know that our faces tend to not be one shade. But this is what my current summer foundation full coverage tutorial is, even though summer's almost over. But that's okay, better late than never. Alright, so if you care to see how I achieve this look, then stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to start off by priming my face. My face has already been washed and moisturized. So I tend to crease under my eyes, so I've been trying out this MAC Prep and Prime line filler base. You just put this under your eye and it takes away some of the creasing. It prevents some of the creasing, I should say. So I usually put this on first. I need just a little dot. Put this under my eye first. And you have to give it about like 5 minutes to settle, so to set in. Then I'm going to use my Motives face primer and put that all over my face. This is just going to help the makeup with the foundation last a little longer and just look better. So I'm going to let that settle in as well, give it a couple minutes or so, and then we'll move on to the actual foundation. So the foundation I'm going to use today is Revlon's Color Stay in Mocha number 450. This is my foundation of choice for the summer because it's not as heavy as MAC Studio Fix. Yeah, as MAC Studio Fix foundation, and I tend to not need, at least in my opinion, I tend to not feel like I need that much coverage. So if I am going to do foundation during the summer, I'm usually reaching for this. And yeah, let's go on to the tutorial. This is my version of a foundation. So I just pour some. One thing I don't like about this is that it doesn't have a pump. So I tend to pour out a little more than I need sometimes. And like I said, that was too much, but whatever. So I pour some out into my hand, and I use my Sigma Dual Fiber brush F50. It's dirty because I used it earlier. But yeah, I just tend to first stipple it onto my face. Just apply the product. Sometimes I don't. And then I blend it in or buff it in. This foundation seems to have a lot of, it has reddish undertones. And I think I have more of golden yellow undertones. Yeah. And I tend to bring some to my lids. I know a lot of people don't do that, but I do. Okay. Oh, and don't forget to bring it down, some down to your neck. If this foundation isn't your shade, which I don't know why you would put in foundation that isn't your shade, but just bring it down to your neck. I don't bring it all the way down sometimes, but just so there's no harsh line or anything like that. Okay, and after that I just go in on some areas that aren't covered by the foundation with my concealer, which is my MAC Pro Longwear. I love this concealer. This has become like my best friend. Yeah, it has. But this is my MAC Pro Longwear concealer in NW45. This is my exact shade, so I just pump out a little. And this, one thing I don't like about this, oddly enough, I don't like the pump on this. I hate the fact that this doesn't have a pump, and I hate the pump on this because the pump tends to give out a lot more than I need. Like, how ironic that is. But due to the fact that this is such the coverage, it's full coverage concealer, so a little bit really does go a long way. Like a little tiny, like I have it right here, like a little tiny bit will give me the right amount of coverage that I need. So this is just a this was an eyeshadow brush by Target. Yeah, it's this eyeshadow brush, but I usually use it for concealing. Up here I have a little bit of blemishes from a pimple that you probably don't see, but I do. Yeah, and I just buff that in with this brush. And for everyday purposes, when I'm not wearing a full face of makeup, which I mean by highlighting, contouring, eyeshadow, I'll tend to go with my concealer under my eyes. And the reason why I do foundation first and then concealer is because the foundation, sometimes depending on which foundation you use, it may just well cover up the areas that you may have used concealer on. So therefore, you end up using less concealer than you actually have to. So as you can see, this eye is a lot more covered up and looks better than my right eye. So I'm just gonna go in with the concealer. And again, this is not my everyday routine. I don't wear this much makeup on my face every day. This is just for special occasions and for filming purposes. Okay, and sometimes around the mouth, get pretty dark around there. A lot of hyperpigmentation there around the nose. And I take my big brush and buff it all in. Or you can use a flathead kabuki brush. I can't find mine right now, so that's why I'm using my dual fiber. Not that I don't like this, but I like my kabuki head brush more. Okay, and now I have to set all of this. So I usually use my Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in Deep Dark, but I ran out of that. That just finished. So I'm using my MAC Studio Fix in MW45. This is how it looks. And I'm going to use my Sigma Large Powder F30 brush. So I'm just going to swirl that around just to set it all. So that's it. That pretty much sums up my foundation routine as far as for when I'm doing videos or when I'm going out special occasions. This is not my everyday routine. I will have a separate video for everyday foundation, but this is just for full cover foundation. And I also will have a separate video for contouring and highlighting because, excuse me, when I do my videos, I do go the whole 9 yards. I do the contouring and highlighting because this pretty much gives my face an even flat surface. And we all know that most of us, if not all of us, don't have just one skin complexion or one skin tone. So yeah, the foundation tends to just flatten out your face, and that's what I pretty much have going on right now. A pretty flat face. But yeah, like I said, this is pretty much it. And stay tuned for those other videos. They will be up very soon after this. And don't forget to thumbs up and like this and let me know what your foundation routine is. What's your current foundation routine? Do you have a winter, summer? Does it change with it as the seasons change? Mine tend to do, like I said, this is my summer, even though summer's almost over, but still, I tend to get a little bit darker as everybody else does during the summer. But this is my summer foundation, full coverage foundation routine. And yeah, like I said, leave me a comment. Let me know what your foundation routine is. All right, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.